There you go.
Hey. All right, so we're going to talk about Adora. I want to make sure Louis,
Fucking
you got to
echo.
turn your camera off, Louis. That's the
Oh,
one thing that will get flagged on here. So,
really?
yeah, especially on my live. My account's a little bit different. I can get away with a lot. So yes, this is posted
I'm
to
not going
the.
live. Echo is doing Adora live right now. I'm on channel.
Oh, I just muted you. So this will be posted to YouTube. So it is already streaming there. So, yeah. So we're gonna go over the Dora stuff. So there's a lot of new people who are new to debate talk, or just blatantly ignoring what was happening with Adora and what she was saying. So we're gonna kind of go over everything. We're gonna touch base on a lot of little stuff. I'm gonna share some receipts. Some stuff is gonna have other people's names in. Um, yeah, this is Adora. We're gonna talk about Adora. So we're gonna get into some of the stuff. But again, the heavy stuff. Um, the female mutilation, thinking women are like treating women less than women, all that stuff. Andy has, right? They have in a Discord server. I have not joined that Discord server. There are people that I don't think they like me at all. Andy hasn't talked to me since the Nate thing. So emails there. Any receipts on Adora anybody wants to send, I have it up in the background. Anybody can send receipts there. I challenge Andromeda to send any receipts that she wants. So we're going to do that.
Hey, Echo.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna drop. But
Yeah.
thanks for having me, Echo. It was good to see you.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see you. All right.
Hey, nurse.
Bye, Louie.
This is her kindness. So, try to think the best way to do this is put my OBS on this screen. Let me just minimize it. Hi, Auntie Water. I am going to do a screen share. Yes. Okay. I think this
Should we save the last two boxes for Adora or Andy?
I don't think Adora will come in. I just don't think she will.
She has me blocked because I call her on her racism.
Ah. Oh, okay. I can do that. I'm going to do that. I need to delete this one. Okay. Block that so I can grab this. And let me put this in front. Okay. Most of the stuff I'm going to share on my other screen, and y'all can see that in the background. Yes, that's my computer background right now. If you didn't know, purple and blue are my thing. That's my theme, my scheme. Adora's a runner. She's a track star. Yes. Mods, just don't let anybody up. I do have it up. I'll manage it. Again, if Adora comes in, try to deny it, we'll talk about it.
People are asking you to reset your gift goal.
Okay. Oh, yeah. 1 second here.
Echo, just a quick question. Are you going to share some of the, what, I think it was Andy that had shared? Hopefully it's Andy, right? Do I have it right?
Yeah, Andromeda or Andy, she goes by as well.
Yes, and Andromeda, yes. I'm sorry, but what they shared was...
I don't know, like, if you haven't catched the first part or haven't been following up, Andromeda is doing a live tomorrow, and they plan on sharing some of that stuff and talking about it tomorrow. They do have a Discord set up for it, but Andromeda has not sent me anything that she has And I sent her a message the beginning of this month and on Reddit, and she completely disregarded it. So
Wow, we got to 200 shares so fast. Good job,
keep
guys.
it going.
Now let's get the likes up.
This isn't going to be like before when I first called out Adora that her mods and her server were in here reporting. There's very few people that support Adora still, but there are people out there. So we're going to start it off. This is what she posted the other day. Hello everyone, I'm alive, getting better every day. I miss you all a ton, but no, I'm not coming back. I have a favor to ask. As the internet is a highly unreliable place, we cannot believe everything we hear. Keep this in mind. I ask that you not all harass anyone you may associate with me. Thank you, and I miss you all so much. You've changed my life. This is why receipts are important. We know this. So, what I want to do is go through some of the old screenshots. I do have a lot of the old stuff from the old Snark. A lot of this is going to be recap if you remember it, and some of it's going to be random. I didn't go through and label every single thing, so. Where do I want to go? Some of these are... Let me just see here.
Trigger warning kind of shit.
Yeah, huge trigger warning on all this stuff, so.
Yeah, exactly.
We got this.
Oh, so this is Adora's OF. This was linked in her link tree, right? So she would advertise on her bio, go to my link tree for educational information. So this is what she would put in her OF. Transgender lesbian, glad you're here, can't wait to share my body with you. The whole 9 yards. So one thing she did that she was called out for was the dilating while alive on OF. This one was just a shitty screenshot someone had. So I do have screenshots between Jasmine and Adora because we were sharing all that. Yeah, I don't care about that. So AB, there was AB, Kapow, and a couple other mods that were very heavily defending Adora. And Adora was like defending them. Mama Moon as well. They were infantilizing Adora. This was AB mad because Jasmine sent me screenshots on stuff, or screenshots were posted to the Reddit. Yes, dilating while live. And I will not subject... I do have the videos of her from a TikTok perspective, right? From the TikTok perspective, not the OF perspective, where she was dilating while live, and you could see the reactions on her face. I will not be playing them because they do have other people in there, and I don't want to re-traumatize them. So there's that. Boston Jen was a huge person who was defending Adora as well, was a mod in Jasmine's server, and kind of flipped out on a lot of stuff. Jasmine said, this is what hurts me most. AB said, because Jasmine is a system, she shouldn't be hosting lives. That is something she shouldn't do. Adora's only response is, damn, why shouldn't you be doing lives? So that what AB is one of Adora's mods. The blatant ableism there. A lot of it is around the mods and Adora's space in general, because she was hosting a very toxic space. Yep, don't forget about Kapow. Kapow will be coming up, so. So this is where Adora removed Jasmine from the Discord server. This is only getting worse. Until it's over, I have to remove you from Best Friend Squad. I'm sorry. So anybody remembers Adora's server, it was called the Best Friend Squad. This was February 16th. Sorry, I don't know what to do. I'm hurting. I'm exhausted. I keep losing friends. This was in the middle of things breaking down. It is the worst. I trust Kapow implicitly. So she had 100% trust in her mods to do everything, right? She's one of those people that set up her Discord server and says, oh, I don't really run my Discord server. I'm not in there as much. My mods do it. So she distanced herself from her Discord server. Yeah, Jasmine is one of the sweetest people on this app. I love her to death.
They really are.
Yeah, they are. I've distanced myself from Jasmine for her own sake. So that's about it. Okay, so there was that. So this one is AB infantilizing Adora. Okay. AB says, okay, this is going to sound awful. I have changed my approach with Adora to a lot to kind of dealing with her the same way I would deal with a special needs child. And to be totally real, it's worked better that way. I think she might be starting to realize that trying to be like other people isn't working. And she got to find who she is and what will work for her. I've pretty much told her, hey, I don't know TikTok things. I know Discord things. I'm done fighting for Adora and against her at this point. It's time I fight for me. I don't know who you are in request, so you're not coming up.
Yeah, if I don't know you, I'm not going to let you up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of randoms coming in through requests, so I don't want to derail it. So this kind of speaks volumes with the infantilization and kind of the mentality around Adora and how her mods treated her. This is a lot. So, what was I going to say? Okay. Yeah, so there's that. It does get more. Let me look. Let me go here. Where is it? Screenshots. These fucking requests. Okay, so just don't let people up that we don't recognize. So I screenshotted a lot of the stuff from the old Snark. This is Andy. Let me see. See if I can make this bigger for y'all. Again, I have a lot of screenshots and recording clips. So, Andy, I challenge you to send me the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, I have old lady eyes. Can you please make it bigger? Oh, perfect.
Yeah. I'm also going to read it. Andy says, everything I have to say should be taken with a grain of salt as not to the definite truth. What I write is based upon my own perceptions and speculations. Adora loves to talk about how much she worked on when it came to race, acknowledging her actions, and she talks on how she had to be accountable to it. Cool. Well, what happens when you put down the online quiz and put the work into action? I have two updates for you. One you know about already, sprinkled in with some musing of my own, but one that is entirely new and actively ongoing. Oh, Andy's here.
I invited her up.
Yep. Andy, if you want, email me what receipts you want me to show from that deck you have. Echo1 at echodebates.com. It'll come right to me. Feel free to send me any receipts you want to share on live, because I'm all about that. Censor them if you want. I'll censor them. I don't care. I sent you a message on Reddit on the 1st, and that was... I didn't request to join the server. They don't... There's a whole issue there. Alright, so I'm going to continue reading this. Mel and Adora duo on live. Adora is live tonight and no longer fundraising. An extremely interesting choice to make, given both her word to donate everything this week, but also her Mel Adora duo lives generally bring about the most gifts and are big earners. A bit of apathy to her responsibility because the duo lives, made it more complicated. But what about her interpersonal relationships with people of color, like her mods, which begs the question, does Adora have any mods who aren't white? Yes and no. For as long as most of you has known and watched Adora, she has had a mod in her Discord we'll call, I'm picking a name I know she'll hate, Sarah. As an Asian American, she was the final person of color Adora had left in her circle, and I know she's someone who has worked extremely hard to protect Adora's Discord and Adora herself. Yesterday, she sent me her letter of resignation, if you will, that she sent to Adora and the mod team in the following context. For clarity, Adora, according to one of her head mods, is doing a significantly better job of being a leader. She is attending her own mod meetings. Shocker, but this will come up in the future posts. We don't have time to get sidetracked right now. This was insisted upon and pressed on me. Adora is now doing a better job of being there with her mods while making decisions and during meetings. I bring this up as it means Adora is entirely aware and present during the following. It's behind me, so I'll read it off. During the last couple of mod meetings, Sarah was targeted and harassed, all of her work meaningless to Adora and crew. Why? Because Sarah expressed that Kapow chose to side with a racist. This actually prompted Kapow to send an entire novel to Sarah about how not racist she is, and through her work in real life. Adora's username, Adora Rainbow Fists, that's her in the background. And Andy, perfectly clear and transparency, like I have her dead name, her phone number, address, every single piece of information about her, not doxing her. Like I could look up all the shit that you guys already have. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, which is why I don't want to do that. If you pick like 4 or 5 images, then I'm good with that. So, this is the nerdy social worker. We all know Nerdy. I'll never defend Adora after finding proof that she was streaming her dilation to OF while on TikTok Live. So, to be perfectly clear with everyone, I wasn't the only one to find the proof that Adora was dilating and put the videos together. Nerdy was sent some information as well. I was given dates as well and was able to verify that. Yeah, grab a couple if you want. Obviously you know more of that shit. Dive into it tomorrow. I have a lot of the shit on Adora already organized from before. So fucking work with me, tag team the shit. So I'm beyond disgusted. If y'all know anything about me, you know that I used to record nearly all TikTok lives so I could cross-check them later on to prevent problematic people from coming into my spaces. Those of you who have called out Nerdy know Nerdy. When I was friends with Adora and crew, I recorded their lives, which I always informed them of, and it was never a secret. And I was often asked to do so. I actually received consent. Well, I wanted to find out if the rumors about dilation while on live were true, and I can confirm that several of the old recordings have had the same audio on her OF videos. I can confirm that as well. I've seen it. She was doing it. It wasn't one time. I'm so sorry to those who were violated. This is horrible, and I cannot express how wrong it is. There are no excuse for the transphobes who are undoubtedly going to use this as a scapegoat to call transphobes a predator. F off. You don't categorize, demonize cis people who do shit like this, so don't do it to trans people. Yeah, don't paint it as a broad brush. To all the GCs out there watching, don't paint it as a broad brush. Let's just fucking call it what it is. She's a shitty person with disgusting behavior. Andy, I just approved it. If you knew about this and weren't telling folks, get effed. I spent months defending Adora and crew, even after I was treated like a complete dog shit for defending y'all without consent, only to find out that many of y'all knew about this and still came after me with Adora, was roughly and habitually violating my consent along with thousands, if not tens of thousands of others. I felt guilty as fuck, and that since I was called out, yet here y'all are holding this onto this information, only revealing it after it defected. Seriously, get effed. It was one of Adora's old mods that walked away that leaked it, okay? They said, hey, I don't know who that was. They said, hey, she's doing this, here's some dates. That was leaked out. I heard of the dates, I went and checked. I talked to Nerdy, and she verified it as well. That's why I said I have the TikTok side of things, so I have the recordings from TikTok that match the dates and times for them, and you can tell she is dilating based on facial expression, sounds, and all that. Nerdy was in one of the videos that was on OF. There were other people. I never told anybody else who else was in them for their own peace of mind. She goes on about her consent and safety violated. So we're going to talk more about the dilation stuff as we go. This was when the Discord server got locked down. This was the day I went live and Andy went live, that she locked everything down because they didn't want talking about any of it. AB. So this was AB reaching out to me. It was Kapow that sent the message basically for herself, Mama Moon, and I. We just wanted to let you know that we are no longer supporting Dora and ask that you please not associate with her with us. So they were the biggest supporters of Adora up until November 5th, when everything went down and we kept doing call-out lives on her. When everything came out. This was I believe when Andy did hers. To be clear, after this, yes, they are friends. I was going to say that, Peachy. Some of them are still friends with Adora, okay? Some of them still go around defending Adora. You can catch them doing it. They do it. So they didn't fully walk away. This was Kapow. We're in VC right now talking about it. People make mistakes. It's how you grow, learn, and improve. It is what's important. This was when it was brought out on TikTok Live that she was dilating. They all hopped in a Discord call to mitigate the damage. It wasn't to admit any type of guilt or anything like that. It was to mitigate the damage. Let me see. Okay. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Andy. And that kind of sets the groundwork. I think that works perfect. And then what you have for tomorrow, y'all can do more. I think one of the biggest things is people want to see the receipts. So let me save these 3. I'll add them to the other one I have with her stuff. So no, you're good, Andy. Yeah, those are bad enough. And people, like I said, people want to see it. This was Adora, June 26, 2023. Hey everyone, I'm thinking of doing some live streams. I have a few ideas. Might have streams going on while I play video games where you can all pop in and out and we can chat. Also thinking of Q&As similar to the ones that I do on TikTok, but I would actually be able to show you all the things I'm talking about related to vaginoplasty and dilation. What would y'all like to see me do for live streams? So she is talking about live streaming information for educational purposes about vaginoplasty, dilation, things like that. Again, no issue with that. You're providing information. It's the means about which she went and did it. So she openly asked about doing it. They had long conversations on how best to do it. Hi Ella, hi Bestie. Best Friend Squad, again, the Discord server was Best Friend Squad. Everyone, I just created a new account, Adorable, just for fun. This account will only be for my lighthearted, just for fun topics. Please only follow this account if you're interested in things like the talent show, blah, blah, blah. So she has multiple accounts. There was also Twinkle Trans as an account. Let's not forget about that one, okay? Let me put that one up. I don't know if that one is still around. I didn't check that.
I used to follow that one actually.
Is it still around?
I don't think so, because I was going through my follow list, who I'm following, and I didn't see it.
Yeah. So this Twinkle Trans account was one of Adora's accounts as well. She was looking to do that VR avatar thing. If you guys remember a couple weeks ago, I did that myself. That's what she was looking to do. I just do it better. Mama Moon. This was on 3/9/2024. I'm sorry, I'm just very lost today. I don't know what to really say at the moment in time. I just need more time to process everything. I wish I could be more helpful right now, but my brain takes more time to process things. Yes, I believe Adora is autistic, at the risk of sounding ableist. I see the signs, just like myself, and she is really like my brother. He also needs to be taught and prompted more by all means. This is no excuse for Dora at all. I recognize her faults and uneducated. I'm trying to remain true to myself because I hate to, and with that being said, my cancer heart is having a very difficult time with this situation. I'm asking for grace, ATM. Pulse, I'm not diving through Discord right now and other messages because I'm going through all the screenshots. I can look at it after. This is Adora's current account up here, Adora Rainbow Fist. That's her main one. Now, I will say, we have made a big impact on her followers. She was at like 98,000 followers, so we've taken a couple thousand away from her. Not gonna lie. Adora Cringe Fist, love that. Oh, this is Adora's thought process around accountability and taking time to reflect when people give you feedback, right? So when we talk about accountability, you get called out for something, people address their concerns with you, you take it in, you write notes down, whatever you got to do, and then you take a step away and you start to break it down and figure out what your next steps are, how to unpack that, how to grow and be a better person. That's accountability. That's moving forward. This is what Adora did when she held her live about the accountability and people brought it up to her. It's been 2 days, which is a lot of time to reflect on my prior messages. I'm curious if you've made any headway on the reflection. So that's someone messaged her. Dora says, I was sick most of today, and also a new game I've been looking forward to for years came out today, so I've done no reflection today. You understand how this looks, right? Andy, was this you? I didn't label who it was.
What game was it?
I don't know. Okay, this was Andy. Andy, I really have everything.
People don't.
It must have been.
People don't
It must
sit
have
there and
been League of Legends.
reflect. People don't sit there and reflect on their lives like while they're playing games. I thought that was just me.
Right.
I just sit there and I like think about the
Seriously.
existential crisis of life. Like
So,
It was League of Legends when they released a new skin line.
it wasn't CJX. Oh,
So this was when Adora walked away. First of all, I want to thank you all for having supported me through my journey on TikTok. The love I've received from all of you has meant the world to me. However, being in the public eye has brought a lot of hate, not just from the transphobes. It's been constant for months. You're welcome. Towards me and my people and people I care about, you're welcome. It's time for me to live my life out of the public eye. So the time for me for my retirement has come, and I've made plenty of mistakes. Yes, you have. And I truly apologize to anyone who has been hurt by them. My only hope is that I can move forward, learn and do better, and I feel that I can best do that away from TikTok. I wish you all the best in your life, and thank you again for sharing the time with me. And Best Friend Squad locked. She said her farewells, locked the Discord server, and then deleted it. Yep. The retirement stage is over, apparently. So, Adora says, I am studying. So, anybody that remembers, Ian went, Krusty, aka Krusty, went on Ian's live, right? So we remember that. And she got absolutely fucking trashed by Ian. Okay? So
eviscerated.
Yeah. Adora was taking notes. I'm studying. So her idea of learning and educating is watching other people do it better, i.e. Andy, even, and then regurgitating what they say. If you're not studying yourself, you're not learning anything. You are just regurgitating stuff. Yeah, all she did was copy Andy for a year and then move on to someone else.
it's very funny that she says she's studying a person and not the points that he's saying.
Right.
Like he's an artifact of some kind.
Yeah. Yep. So that's not how we educate. We know now a lot better. We have Discord servers with all the studies in there. Dr. Gelbell has a phenomenal Discord server with all the studies. Delirious E-Girl has a Discord server where there's studies on there, links in the bio. Hayden has a Discord server. Auntie Water, I know, has a Discord server. Auntie Water, do you have like studies in yours? I believe you do. Most of us do that now.
Yeah, tons of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we stopped this methodology of just listening to other people and regurgitating information.
My studies are more biological, though.
Yeah, but you have other topics as well. like other
Yeah,
channel topics and stuff and things like that. Andy has a
I
sense. And things like that. Andy has a
I
sense
just love
channel.
biology.
Yeah. I got into it with Hayden yesterday on a phone call. We're talking about molecular biology, and I was talking about like how fat is just a hydrocarbon and how we get energy from it and all that. It was a fucking wild trip while they were gardening.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we had fun. So this was Kapow. Think of it like math class. Some kids can read the numbers and understand, while others need blocks to be able to process. I'm the block kid, and so is Adora. The crew are seeing Adora as a block kid and trying to work with these words into ways she understands better. Adora just didn't want to learn. She wanted the fame without the work. Plain and simple. Yeah. The ableism and infantilization. Yeah, it doesn't get better from here, by the way.
Why are we like diagnosing her? It's like every time it's like they're like they keep saying she has autism. It's like diagnosing her. It's very strange.
Yep.
I mean,
So
I'd go crazy if my friends talked about me like that too.
So this is from the old Snark. This is from one of the former mods. So as the dilation stuff came out, more and more people confirmed it. Okay. This is from another former Adora Discord mod. Reddit wasn't linking their account to my account. Works. Alright. I've stayed mostly silent, but I'm going to speak up on this one. I'm one of Adora's X mods. I was on her team for a good while. I can confirm that Adora did 100% set her live schedules to meet her dilation needs. This is why her live schedules have become less and less consistent. Her dilation needs have changed. However, this is not the largest issue. The biggest problem would have been when Adora not only was dilating while debating, but she simultaneously had, on one occasion, set up a second camera to stream her dilation to her OF. This stream had intermittent audio for the guests and panelists, of which Adora did not gain consent for them to do the stream. This is where a very clear line had been crossed. If you have been watching Adora since last summer, you have watched her debates while dilating. Wow, I can't talk. I hate to break it to you, she didn't sit so low in a chair for no reason. So she always sat back in her chair and did the camera angle like it looked up, like her phone was like right here, right? And you seen her just her face. She was dilating. When she did her call out live, there was a couple people came up because there was a point where during a couple lives her phone actually fell, and it was in a live that she was pantsless. Like you could see her bare ass. So she was getting called out for that, and nobody made the connection at the time until everything else. Hindsight is 2020. It's fucking amazing. So this is a mod confirming the dilation.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I was sucked into my game.
Hi, Katie.
So we're doing this, huh?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So Adora likes to over-sexualize herself, right? So this was Adora. Y'all, I'm going to be fucking vain as hell here, but I am fucking hot. So this gets into the whole incel transmaxer shit that she fucking is into, right? She can't get a woman, so she became a woman, and she wanted to fucking... I'm hot as fuck. Like, it was what we all think. Yeah.
She took, if you can't get a girlfriend, be the girlfriend, like too literally.
Yeah, exactly. This was the closing the server. Yeah. That's not a. All right, that's that folder down. That was screenshots from the old Snark. We did screenshots from Jasmine. All right, we're going to do the sexualizing womanhood. So remember, as I've said, like, she sexualizes her body. She says, "This is why I'm a woman," and she thinks that's what a woman is. So there's 3 video clips I'm going to play here.
Are we going to
Am I a woman?
the Andronima thing?
I mean, if I saw you in public,
live,
What?
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't assume you are.
What, Mary?
I was gonna say, are we talking about some of the stuff that Andronima brought up
Yeah.
in
so
their live?
Yeah, I got a lot to go
Okay,
over. So
that's fine. I just, because to me,
yeah,
when I saw some of the
Mary, I get it. I'm just trying
parts of that live, it was so disturbing.
Yeah, Andy's doing that tomorrow, so I'm just trying to keep it on task and driving forward here because there really is a fuck ton to go over. So I got these 3 clips with her sexualizing herself. You can kind of pick out what she's talking about. They're relatively short too, so I kind of trimmed them down so y'all can understand it.
I mean, if I saw you in public, like,
This is her.
I wouldn't
Am I a
say.
woman?
I wouldn't assume you was. I would assume, like, no, I don't. I'd assume, like, you might be doing drag.
I have fucking huge boobs. You would assume I'm a woman? Or do you assume I'm a man?
Not by your voice. I wouldn't assume by your voice. If you, like, spoke to me, I would be like, nah. I would assume that you was a man. If that's what.
I wouldn't see a masculine man, I promise you that.
You might not be a masculine man. You may be a feminine male, a feminine man, but I don't think
I got big boobs. I got big boobies.
So do I, but mine are
No
big.
no one who doesn't know me is gonna look at me and see a man. They're gonna see big boobs.
Sure.
All right, one more.
I see what people mean now.
Feminine? I think if you're trying to achieve womanhood, yeah, femininity is part of womanhood, yeah.
Ignore the creep in the back.
So if you're not feminine, then you're not a woman.
I never
So that
said
applies
that.
to cisgender women as well? I never said that. But
Well, yeah, so you said Adora's not a woman because she doesn't look like a woman, as in not
she's
being
not a
feminine
woman.
enough.
She has a penis.
Do I?
Yeah,
she?
so I think it's really weird that you think about that penises
Where?
like that, but like again.
Oh, is it weird, bro, that I think of penises?
Where?
Bro, do you even hear how you're talking? Shut up, bro. You sound so stupid.
So I sound stupid, yet you made an assumption that
Yeah, bro,
like
you're
you don't
chilling
even
with
know
you're
anything
chilling
about.
with your girlfriend that has a penis in a pool.
Adora's not my girlfriend.
Everyone thinks it. This is gonna be the new thing.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend.
Adora, I'm
is a
starting to
dick.
be really glad I didn't put Rainbow Fist after my name because that would have.
Whew. Yeah, that was at the meetup. Ignore the creep in the background, by the way. He's a great best. Yeah. So her platform was open to people of all ages. Right, PG? Her platform was open up to people of all ages.
Restart your gift card.
Oh. She was comfortable talking about trans-related topics because younger generation need to understand that as well. The sexualizing stuff should not have happened, especially in front of minors. She equated her womanhood to not having a penis, to having big boobs. Yeah, 2 creeps, 1 fool. Fuck, that needs to go up on YouTube. I don't know if I put that one on YouTube. Alright, so there's that one.
Honestly, that was given 2 guys at the park. I mean, at the pool, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
So
you guys don't know Vine?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm old.
This was Saret. After Echo Door's roast that he framed as a call out, again, transphobia with people we don't like. I love that. Hey, Irish. Irish, I sent you a message on Discord. It's semi-urgent. If you can get back to me tomorrow, today, there's a thing. Another call out live. We're planning Sunday, not tomorrow. So, I lost any remaining respect I had for him. How he stands 10 toes down in that over a block is wild. Don't get me wrong, I'm not fond of Adora lately either. Yeah, she really struggled. Okay, thank you, Irish. She really struggled. This Reddit is really hard on her. I'm just glad they banned the transphobia and they are starting to weed out baseline claims. They're calling her out for harmful things and lack of accountability. A lot of it is not.
Damn, Iris is blowing you up.
Yeah.
Goose asked, "Who's this conversation with?"
I was going to say, Goose asked that question. Who is this message? Who are this messages between? Adora and who?
I don't recall who this one was between with Saret. This was with Saret. So Saret walked away from Adora. So I'm going to recap like everybody that walked away and kind of the whole 9 yards there. Turd Ferguson, go away. This was Saret in the Discord server. In light of very recent information I have received, I will no longer be associating with Adora. I feel violated. I feel used. If you feel you need to hold out for more evidence, I understand where you're at, but for me, I have everything I need to convince me. Unfortunately, this comes out of a report of a verified DM, but who I got it from is someone I trust and trust with my life, or literal life. It was great years and seasoned friends. See you around. So Saret walked away. Kudos to them. I still don't like transphobia when people fucking call shit out. So let's see. Oh, that's a long one. We're going to do that in a minute here. Not that. Okay, so let's go over Adora's mods new. ABB. Alright, this was a conversation with AB. Alright. I will preface this conversation by saying I had no intention of this getting ugly, just to share the facts, because the misinformation about Adora is vast. I 100% agree with everything happened so fast and so much got thrown up in the air. Also, Adora, something so fast with no real disclosure, so it's okay, there we go. Adora logged off so fast with no real closure, so it sort of left everyone else to fill in the gaps of what happened. This was with me, by the way. I totally get that. The fact was that she had talked about leaving TikTok so much in the months preceding that I don't know if you knew or if you know who I am or seen things said about me. I was an admin in her Discord and a TikTok mod. We were in VCs every day and night trying to figure out how to handle the hate. It was endless, and the fact that she didn't end her life through all of it wasn't a surprise. Okay. Proceeding. Yep, that she didn't end her life through all of it was a pleasant surprise. When Jupiter had Abby post on Reddit about the dilation on OF, I told her point blank that enough was enough. I'm the one who shut down the Discord, and I did so before getting her approval. It was just plain time for us to get away from the daily hate. So Abby is the one, or one of the mods that outed it. I said, which is 100% understandable. It's the dilating while on TikTok Live that I personally have a massive issue with. Whether or not that's why she took a break or not, it really is. It's not really as important to me as the act itself. I usually try to keep to myself in every way possible, but this one just hit me to a core. I totally understand that, and if make sure to get a drink, get some popcorn. I totally understand that, and if what was being said about was true, I wouldn't blame anyone for being upset about it. There were 3 people watching that stream on OF, and I was one of them. It was one stream, maybe 5 or 10 minutes max. Trans women in the Discord server who were on the fence about getting vaginoplasty had expressed interest in seeing actual dilation. Adora's first priority has always been to the trans community. It still is. The only place that she felt would be age verified enough to do it was OF. She even had a moral dilemma with trans women having to pay for that education. And of course she dilated while live. There was no way for her to keep the schedule. Of course she dilated while live. Yeah. She had her followers and her dilation schedule and not. Of course, dilation is not a sexual thing. Nobody is saying it is. And I find it disgusting that people paint it as such. Okay. It's transphobic if you ask me. Nobody asks you. Personally, because it's the judgment of simple actions, aftercare for a surgery that all trans women should have to have access to. Yeah, nobody is judging for having to dilate, but don't do it on live. Step away from your live, shut it down, have your mods take over, have a panelist take over. There's other ways to do it. Again, this is AB confirming she knew. She went live on OF when she started the TikTok live. As soon as she realized that the TikTok audio was being heard on the OF stream, she ended the OF stream. She never did it again. I'm 90% sure there was no one on the panel, as Adora almost exclusively did 1v1s in the beginning of the lives. That's it. That's the truth. One instance, an oversight in the end. So I replied, just telling her it's like 100% valid, dilating, don't do it on live, blah, blah, blah. I said, thank you so much for the truthful insight. I'm going to continue keeping myself with this regards to the situation. I protect my peace above all else. She's been tempted so many times to publicly tell the truth of what happened, as there are only 4 people who were there for it. I barely, guys, you are killing me with this. Hold on, I gotta mute that freaking Facebook group. I love you all, but every time. Hold on. 24 hours. Y'all are silent for 24 hours. I barely got a fraction of the hate that Adora did, but it was still enough to tear me down, and I'm just not prepared to be targeted again. I really appreciate you hearing me. So this was AB acknowledging that she did it. Now, she's trying to downplay it, that it only happened once, but Nerdy and I were able to verify multiple times that it was done to OF. It wasn't just one. Sorry, silence in the Facebook freedom of speech. So that's proof that the mods knew. They organized it. So they had meetings ahead of time on how to do it so she could dilate for her dilation purposes, but also stream it for the educational purposes and do TikTok live all at the same time. She set everything up just like she did with her Twitch kitty cam. Like she said, if you go over to Twitch, there's the cat webcam that you can see the cat sitting in the corner as well, and you can watch her debate on Twitch. She did that, and then she was using that equipment for the OF stuff as well. Let's see. No, I don't need those. More screenshots from the old Reddit. Guys, I love the power that the Reddit had to fucking own them and their shit. And I got a nice treat for y'all on that after. I refuse to get, this is AB as well, who posted this in the Discord server. I refuse to give Reddit power. I refuse to give Andy power. Andy has proven to be a heartless, attention-seeking narcissist. Period. Point blank. If people here want to support her, that is on them. W narcissists, to a degree. Some of us are okay. Narcissists are quite charming, and that is how they get away with things they do. You're right. So Adora may not want to hear this in the server, and if she deletes this, that is also fine. I can explain what I meant by my message. Be quite frankly, I do not owe that to anyone. Adora and I are very close friends, and what I said concerned no one but myself and Adora, and I've explained it to her, and we are fine. If you choose to join in people who think I'm a horrible person, that is your right. If you want to join in people who have jumped ship on Adora because of hate pages, that is your right. We have been fighting this Reddit bullshit for 4 months, and we've been taking attacks almost every day for 4 months. You're welcome. We're done fighting. You're right, you were. Let them. People will hate us and talk shit about us. Yes, we will. And post out of context screenshots to make us look like shit. Let them. Nothing was out of context. People will try to drag us. Let them. People will be hateful, small-minded, vindictive people. Let them. People will make me have to be a bigger person. I'm going to let them know who I am. I know my values, and so does Dora. If others don't see her, or know that, I'm going to let them. Womp womp. The Reddit fucking did a lot against them. This is when she locked the server. May be kicked out of the BFS for this or fired as an admin, but I'm locking all the channels of the server now because for one, I cannot deal with any more bullshit right now. Mama Mood says, yes, AB. So this was times where she was getting called out. They would constantly go between locking the Discord server and then unlocking it when we were calling her out. That was that folder. Echo's live. She's literally running away. She needs to defend herself and apologize. She's not hide. She's a grown woman. So this was when I did my first live on her. People were in her Discord server telling her to come talk and defend herself. I have always said when I do these lives, I welcome the person in. They can come talk. They can have that conversation. They can tell their side of the story. I'm not going to tell a one-sided story if you're here. If you're not here, people are only going to hear what receipts I have. What's her username? Thank you for that. Their username is EchoNB. Still is today. What the fuck is going on? It's Adora. That's not a source. Who is Echo? They said, and read up on her snark. According to AB, the snark is not a source. Really? Pretty sure it was. Didn't say that. They're just info from their sources, Andy and other people. They don't have sources. They are their truths. Because no one would lie ever. Really? Really? The hindsight and hypocrisy. Where did this idea come from that people, strangers on the internet answer? Seriously, it's giving entitlement. So if you have a huge platform with nearly 100,000 followers and you're dilating while on live, you're platforming racism to happen, you're shutting down BIPOC mods, and you're telling BIPOC people they can't speak on BIPOC issues, you probably do owe your audience and followers like some fucking shit there. So, not sorry. They are obsessed with Adora and have been. They don't have any other content than snarking Adora. Before everyone jumps to the conclusion, where's the proof? Like AB stated, I have the proof. We have proof. Adora is going around doing the same thing as they did before, trying to deny it all. Okay, and they're talking about the snark, not me. I know I do a lot of call-outs and fixate on people. This is about the snark. Stop. When they charge us to talk to them, apparently AB said that you're obviously confused. So when they charge us to talk to them, so that's a reference because the Discord server was for paid subscribers, and then different tiers would give you different access, right? So on the highest tier, you could get like a group session with Adora where you get more time talking to her. So it's essentially paying for the interaction with Adora. That's their whole business model. And you even had to subscribe to get into the Discord server. And I know a lot of us have moved away from that model recently. So, Reggie said, I need to speak up now. I can no longer associate or have any connection with Adora in any way after. So Reggie walked away from Adora as well. Very early on, by the way. Very early on, Reggie walked away. So kudos, Reggie. That's why I haven't fucked with Reggie. Like, I like Reggie. She's a good person. She walked away. She's seen the shit going on, and she just walked away. I'm going to just say this general statement about life. There is no proof of... If there is no proof of something, there's probably a reason that there's not. There's plenty of proof. Plenty of proof, baby. The truth is unraveling, I believe. Oh my god, the background, what the fuck? And that's because I had a background up on all the shit. And y'all know I like to show receipts. I don't play around with that shit. Exactly what I'm saying. I'm only coming to live chat for now to say this. Everyone needs to watch what they believe. It's only word of mouth from people who have been banned, blocked, and turned haters. This alone should raise red flags for this latest accusation. Also, I didn't consent to my name PFP being on that disgusting Reddit group. Cry.
Nobody consents to their name being on the Reddit.
No.
Like,
no. We just.
I hate this whole thing of like. No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I hate this whole thing of people thinking that they have to give consent. Motherfucker, you're on the public ass internet with your whole face, name, or whatever. If you do some shit and somebody claps back at you, expect your name, possibly your face, all that stuff to be there. Yep. Even if you haven't done anything, just expect it.
Yep. So
yeah, at the point that you're like on a public platform every day, all day, like it's public.
Right, like I've seen myself like 6 times on the Reddit, and You're not gonna consent.
No. No blank said it and got Abby to post it. Oh, sorry. Again, what happened? I missed the live. You can't be upset that I believe this stuff. I don't know the Discord was going off, so I just came in. This was fallout from the first live that I did. Blah blah blah. Rumors are probably not it. Rumors or question mark? Nope. So, well, is there proof? Again, this is why today we clip so much that we see on TikTok, because people like to deny the shit. Let's be honest here with each other. She's not even defending herself. I would in an instant and not delete my entire platform. Yeah, if there's rumors and you talk about it and explain the situation and they're not true, then they're not true. You deleting your platform and running is kind of suspicious. AB says, we're not going to discuss Echoes live. They are a very hateful person who is so deeply involved in uninformed, unproven call-out culture. That didn't land well. Hi, AB.
Hi, Echo.
Hey, we're just going over.
Let me know if I am echoing.
No, you're good. We're going over everything again, so.
Okay, all I did was get the DM. Echoes has screenshots of you on their live.
Yeah.
So I don't know what all you're talking about. I just was like, you know what?
Yeah. We're going over.
I have nothing
because I stated like you guys walked away. I know some of the mods still talk to Adora and still been supporting.
No,
I know. Some
I don't.
have.
Well, not that I know of. You know, it's not me. It's not Kapow, and it's not Mama Moon. None of us talk to Adora. None of us are friends with her. Those are my best friends. That's whose back I really want to have. Other than obviously my own.
Yeah.
But like, I just want that to be known. I mean, show whatever screenshots. Did I defend some things she did? Yes, I did. You know, like I am really, really glad that I'm at a place in TikTok where people are not coming after me anymore. And I just want to keep that place. I have no association with Adora. I have not spoken to her. I do not I'm nothing. I have nothing to do with her. So even if people have issues with other things, like Sloan recently paneled Adora, and you know what? I think Adora needs to get off of TikTok. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to smear anybody's name, anyone at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Because that's just not what I want to do. But like, I don't support Adora anymore. I did for too long. You know, like, I'm not going to talk about things I know about Adora. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I also just don't want my name smeared or people coming after me again. Like, I was afraid to change my display name back to AB Gaby, because that's hilarious. Thank you.
It is.
Okay. I just don't want any ill will with anyone. So show my name. That's fine. I am complicit in a lot of things. I should have listened to the Reddit and I should have been able to own something. But at that point, I was so deep in my friendship with Adora that I was going to fight to the death to her. And I am not going to be a human shield anymore.
Yeah.
Why do you still follow Adora?
I don't follow Adora.
Yes, you do. Go into your follow list. You still follow Adora.
Screenshot it, Hayden.
On this account?
Yup.
Hayden, screenshot it.
I don't even use this account. The only reason I got on this account is because I have Echo blocked on other accounts.
It's fine. A lot
like
of people
just
have
for my own self-preservation.
You're good. A lot of
We
people
used to be at
each
each other's throats.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't even, who even do I follow on this account? And I did not get up here to center myself either.
No, you're good.
Oh, it doesn't fit it.
You're good.
What is also
we can
that?
see it through the box. Before Mel, it's Adora. It's Adora.
Oh.
It's Adora below Mel.
I didn't even realize I followed Adora in this account. Ever. No, wait, I did. This was a backout account when I was modding from this account because I was afraid to mod from my main.
Okay. Yeah, so this is her this is her backup, not her main. So
Yeah, it's not my main. But I mean, that's fine. If y'all want to be like, why do you still follow Adora because you forgot to unfollow her? Like, it's fine. I just don't I'm not her human shield anymore. I'm not willing to get hated on by people who know nothing about me except for my association with her. Like, we messaged you, Echo, right after Andy's live and said, please do not associate us with her anymore. And that was what?
I showed that as well.
All right. I'm not here trying to center myself at all. You do what you need to do. I can't handle it. I can't handle it again. My mental health cannot handle being attacked the way I've been attacked. Having people come in to Adora's lives with names like Grape AB's kids. No one in my physical life has ever hated me that much. And these are people that knew nothing about me except for my association with Dora. I can't go through that again. So, like, okay, that's it. I just wanted to come up here and say, look,
you're good.
We're good as far as I'm concerned. We can go our separate ways. I'm just not trying to be smeared again because I'm not.
You're good. I made a clear distinction that the mods walk away, and I'm just reviewing everything because people don't know the full timeline and the full events of everything that happened.
Yeah.
And with the old Snark being deleted, we'll leave that alone for now. I have a lot of the stuff from the old Snark because I saved it all.
Echo, you're echoing.
No, it's me. It's me. It's my phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Sometimes if I don't have headphones on. All right, I'm going to drop. I just wanted to say, to put that out there, because not everyone had heard me say I'm not associated with Adora, but I'm not associated with Adora. And I know that I made mistakes in her name, and that was over a year ago that all this happened. So, like, I'm just saying, people, please leave me alone when it comes to Adora stuff.
Yeah, the only one we should be harassing, not really harassing, but, like, bothering now is Adora herself when she's live. And then I encourage everyone, when someone panels her, go up in their live and call them out. Both call them out and call Adora out. She does not need to come back at all.
No, I agree. So, all right, I'm going to drop. Thank you for allowing me up to say my piece. I truly do appreciate it.
Yeah. It's how I run my life.
Before you drop,
yeah.
Echo, what's the oh, actually I can pull it up. 1 second before you drop.
I don't know what she's getting at.
Actually, is Pulse here?
Pulse. Paging Pulse on fire. Paging Pulse on fire. Yes.
Pulse, what's the name of that live Adora was on? The name of the person?
Oh,
Are you talking about Sloan?
yeah, Sloan.
Sloan. Are they mutuals, AB, do you know?
Are Adora and Sloan mutuals?
Yes, like close mutuals?
I don't know. I had never heard of Sloan. Somebody sent me a screenshot of that live that Adora was on it, and all I said was, they kind of look like Andy.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the same thing. I will say that.
It is on my YouTube if you want to watch her up on the panel and what happened. I kind of posted to my YouTube.
Andy, that is not a dig at either one of you. You're both beautiful women. But
I saw it and I took me a double take. I was like, is that Andy?
Yeah, check out the YouTube for it. You can see what happened there with Sloan and Adora. So, all right, I do want to continue down this path. I do have some other clips and other stuff to show.
yeah,
Thank you, AB.
absolutely. I hope you all have a great night.
Yep, you too. All right, so that was that one. This was Reggie walking away. So just to be clear, I'm showing people walking away. I'm just going to put this out here too. I need to speak up now. I can no longer associate or have any connection to Adora in any way after finding out about the huge consent violation that was not being considered on this platform. I did not know this was happening, and I never would have let it go without saying something if I did know. I was staying quiet for most of the part because I didn't really have much to say about the whole situation until this point. But after learning what I now know, I will no longer be in shared spaces with Adora moving forward. Deuces. So that's Reggie walking away. Reggie is cool. I agree with that name. I like Reggie. All right.
I don't know who Reggie is, but that was very mature of them.
You don't know who Reggie is? Oh my god.
I don't know who Reggie is either.
I'm gonna
She was also one of Tweener's mods and now hangs out with
Asumi?
Brandon and
Are you talking about Black Reggie?
No.
No, she's not black, but she hangs out with Brandon now that.
Oh.
Yeah. No. But she does have good lives and spaces and stuff like that. So I think I like her.
I've only heard the name.
First, though, why do you only?
All right, so I'll play this.
Here's something quick first, though.
Sure. Yeah.
Why do you only have sub chat? Like, if you're looking for opposition, why can't everybody chat?
Simple. Money.
But
did it all for the money.
Wait, I kind of agree with that.
You're gonna say like chase the bag.
I kind of agree with that one.
Honestly, that one was a W. That's gonna be my new response.
That's kind of based.
Look, you can't falter for being honest.
Simple. Money.
I'm taking notes.
Yes, take.
Not all of us agreeing, but Echo. Echo's like, hey, look at this thing. And we're all like, yo, based.
I don't live off of TikTok money. I think in a way, people that try to live off of social media now and within the past 2 years is just not a good thing. It's gonna fall through no matter what. During COVID, people made ends meet. Great, you make some extra money where you can. You do what you can. I did DoorDash during COVID, just make some extra money and get out of the house. But this, living off of it doesn't work, so.
I mean, you could do both. You could have a job somewhere and make that money.
Someone
Just
mute
bad.
Kyra. Just kidding. All right, this one's 12 seconds.
Ask yourself this. Is this something that I see Adora do? And if the answer is yes, then maybe there's some validity to that rumor. And if the answer is no, don't believe the rumor. How you doing, guest?
Hi.
I just had to include that one. Sorry.
That was priceless.
Guys, if I don't tell you that I eat raw eggs in my spare time, but then I go home and I eat 10 raw eggs, do I eat raw eggs?
Straight to jail.
Real
By the way,
quick, Bug.
straight to jail.
Yeah, Bug. I'm not saying you should go unalive for that, but
I couldn't think of anything.
Like I said,
All right.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail, Bug.
Go ahead and bring it back a little bit here. What else we got? This one's 20 seconds. I haven't fully watched all these.
You said that a woman should be born with certain parts. You are a misogynist.
The female is with the.
Can't win at the
Silence you again. This male silenced you again. Okay.
She can't actually debate, so she just drops people.
How is not being... Wait, how is that misogyny?
Also, did she just say this male silenced you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna comment on. I was like, oh.
That's so fucking cringy. Oh, God.
I mean, I would say reducing a woman down to a part is misogynistic.
Yes, absolutely. But saying that if you're not born with those parts...
I just want to know, like, when I came on the app like 2 years ago, this was the biggest trans creator on the fucking app. What the fuck were y'all thinking? I need answers. I need answers now.
Hey, listen. I didn't join in until 2 years, like after Adora.
Auntie Water,
by the time I got here.
To be fair, Auntie Water, Auntie Water, she's white. That's it.
I don't know.
God damn it.
I have a couple more clips.
I used to follow her.
I have a couple more clips, and then I want to dive into the whole Jenna situation and the racism stuff as well.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Way that they could bring that to you?
My DMs on Discord are open.
Okay, DMs on Discord, got it. Okay,
Oh, this was Answers calling her out.
so here's one. Someone said, have you thought of monetizing your platform in different ways that aren't like crowdfunding style?
So one thing I want to say about that previous thing, there are rumors that are being spread about my moderators, and these rumors are baseless and they are dangerous. And people who are spreading these rumors need to stop because they are going to hurt people. As far as your other question, I'm open to suggestions. I sure as hell don't require anyone to send me anything. People send me money because they want to. And I try to make it very, very clear that I don't want anyone stretching their budget for me. I'm doing quite fine. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions.
Okay. This one, you actually beat them.
Yeah, people are spreading rumors about her.
So?
Were the rumors when her mods were being racist?
I hurt people by doing that. I hurt a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. No, Ken, this is not new. This is just a recap.
I'm not proud of myself. Not asking for forgiveness. Not asking for anyone to stick
Not the
around.
white woman tears.
That part.
I did something racist. I have racism that I have to work on. So things are going to look a little bit different around here. I want to also acknowledge that I have also shown signs of repeat behavior, signs of being called out for things, and acknowledging those things and then not doing anything about it and going back on what I said. So I have work to do, and I'm going to change the way my platform is going to be going forwards while I do that work. It's not something that's going to be easy, and I'm sorry. I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm not asking anyone to stay with me. I platformed two racist people. I knew that they said racist things. I knew full damn well, and I did it anyways. So yeah, that's where I stand.
Tell me why I think of Eric Cartman.
She said I have racism. She said I have racism.
Dear white people and all the white people listening, we cringe every single time you do those white women tears. It boils inside us every single time we see it. We know it's fake.
What the fuck is this we? I take a straw, jab it into their tear ducts, and they suck.
Okay.
Wait. Who are these white people that are crying? Wait. Well, I know there are a ton of white people crying. I am not one of them.
She said I have racism and then started crying. I can't. I can't.
And we're not going to move past the we just cannot move past signs of being called out for things. Like signs.
I know. Alright, I got more. Hold on. I'm playing relatively short clips. The long stuff I've already uploaded to YouTube, so it's over there, and there's a whole Adora playlist. So if you have time and you want full backstory, go over there. Andy's live before it's over there as well.
Here, signs of being called out for things, and acknowledging those things, and then not doing anything about it, and then going back on what I said. So, I have work to do.
Yes.
And I'm going to change the way my platform is going to be going forwards while I do that work. It's not something that's going to be easy. And I'm sorry. I'm going to do what I have to do. And I'm not asking anyone to stay with me. I platformed 2 racist people. I knew that they said racist things. I knew full damn well, and I did it anyways. So yeah, that's where I stand. Going forwards, I'm not going to be doing debates for the immediate future. I platformed Kelly Cadigan and Jenna. I'm not looking for praise for saying these things. I've done this before. I've
White people want praise for doing the bare minimum.
This is haram.
I can't take this shit seriously.
said these.
This is not kosher. Why is she back? I don't understand this.
I don't know, but I have the Jenna clips, and we're going to dive into those next.
He said I have signs of being called out, and she has racism. I can't take this shit seriously.
I have racism, and I have shown signs of being called out.
If you guys want these, I'll load them into the
diagnosed with this. When were you diagnosed?
Literally, it's clinical, guys. It might be chronic as well.
This is
Can we turn these into stickers and add them to my sub only sticker?
Yes.
Oh wait. You know, like for money, you could have each of these stickers. That way, you're making money off of them. Like top tier would be I have racism, and then next lower tier would be white women tiers. You can have little things going on.
There's signs of being
We're making stickers.
Alright.
I have signs of being called out. I can't.
Is this from today?
No, these are all old.
No,
so
this
I'm
isn't from today.
recapping everything because there's new people to TikTok who don't know of Adora, and this is kind of what happened a year ago.
So what's the part where she's back? Where did you see her? What's that
Popped
tea?
up on panels.
I like this. We should
Oh,
review
she hasn't done her
television
own thing yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep, she's
Yeah, she showed up. Yeah, she
What's
showed
her
up
name?
she showed up on Gay Santa's live and on someone named Sloan's live.
Yep.
What's her name there? Now.
Adorable.
It's the same one.
Same account.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
I see why y'all call Adora, because Adora is not adorable. Okay. Makes sense.
There's signs of being called out, just so you're aware.
Things before, and I didn't do shit.
You're right.
I preach about accountability and intersectionality, and I haven't shown either of those things. My platform is not intersectional. It's not even a little bit intersectional. So yeah, I'm gonna try to focus on positive topics in the immediate future because I'm not stepping away from TikTok. I am stepping away from debates. So yeah, we're gonna spread a little bit of trans joy today.
Wait, so her response to being not intersectional was, I know I'm not intersectional. I'm going to be nice from now on. What?
I'm just not going to do debates. I'm not going to go get education on intersectionality and understand how that works. I'm just not going to do debates. That was her thing.
This shit is frying me so bad. No way. She said, I'm just going to be nice from now on. I'm not going to learn about intersectionality. I'm just going to be nice.
All right. This one's a minute long.
I scrolled into your live and you were trying to prove to the guest that you were a woman by kind of taunting him with your breasts. And when you did this, you grabbed your phone or your camera, whatever you were filming on, and held it upwards to show more cleavage. Well, when you did this, you were naked from the waist down, sitting there on live. And
Honey. You may remember I ended the live immediately when I noticed that.
yeah, let me finish.
We're not going to go there.
You're supposed to be taking accountability here. You don't think this is really important?
That's correct. No, I don't at all. If you have another point you'd like to make, you can make it.
No, this is the point that I want to make. This is really concerning behavior.
Why is it concerning behavior?
Yeah, because everybody that was watching the live, obviously.
She was called out for being pants.
Okay, another commentary from me that nobody wants.
When I notice is
Taunting
crazy.
somebody with your breast and having no pants on is diabolical.
Yep.
Like diabolical.
This figure.
Oh, that's
when
I'm with you on that.
How the hell you just not noticing you don't got no pants on?
It's not even that. It's this guy. Like I've
He said,
never
"What's the
seen
problem with
Water. I've never seen one of us. Quite frankly, I've never even seen like any girl of any color like get up, purposely fondle their titties and shake them at somebody, and like really just like get up in their face in their camera when they're mad at what somebody said. Like that is I don't know what you call that.
She said, what's the problem? She said, what's the problem? Me having no pants on. What?
They battling something.
So we're going to move on to the Jenna stuff. This is where Adora and Mel platformed Jenna. I'm going to show the clips where Jenna was on Mel's platform, but Jenna has also been on Adora's platform. That's where Adora was saying she platformed Kelly Cadigan, who is a racist, and Jenna, who is a racist. This one's 2 minutes long.
Jewish trans. Do you get clocked as trans a lot? Is that why you're so pissy about it?
You're frozen.
You're frozen, Ella. We can't see anything.
Yeah, you're frozen. For a reason, probably. Thankfully, you're frozen because the nose is not giving what it needs to be giving. The eyebrows are sparse on the ends up in that gig girl.
Like that hair.
The forehead is in Texas. The forehead is in Texas, and the eyebrows are in effing Massachusetts. Okay. Yeah. So London. The brows are in London. The forehead's in Texas. Thank you.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Really? Yeah, no, I did. That's exactly why I asked you to join.
Let's go toe to toe. Let's go toe to toe. Let's see where you're working.
I'm just saying, maybe stop pulling your hair back so much because your forehead ends here and it's not good for you.
It's not giving.
It's not.
I think it's unbecoming of a woman to sit here and criticize other women and their looks.
Oh
yeah, no. Absolutely despicable.
Oh, there it is. Not I am, honey. I am married to. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so much worse than I thought it was.
Not the trans misogyny.
So much worse than I thought it was. Those cheekbones are giving man. So you're coming for me in that jawline.
Yeah, seriously.
That jawline, honey. Those lips need to be higher. Those lips between the distance between the nose and the lips are not giving, honey.
Oh my God! Look at that Cupid's
you need
bow.
them closer. And a woman has a closer distance
You
between
straight up
the
get
lip
clocked
to
as trans a lot, don't you?
It's not giving
Question.
Absolutely not.
Okay, pause. I need a question. I've seen that trans lady, the YT one, who's just weirdly doing her AAV reading and she needs to stop. Isn't she isn't she always online on her lives extremely plastered and like has really who is she? Who is that lady?
That's Jenna.
She's always plastered.
Yeah.
And she has like the horrible surgery and she's like well, it's not horrible, but it's like very just like
yeah, Miss Piggy, that is her. I just want to make sure like we can get through everything, but that is her.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
No, it's just there's a lot of clips and I don't want to focus on like that is Jenna.
Is she mean usually? Is she messy too?
Oh my God, Angelica.
Yes.
Girl.
What? I didn't know. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
The commentary
What's your bank account look like, sis? I guarantee you only date Dusties. I guarantee you only date Dusties. You look like someone that's only with Dusties. With that look, that hair, that greasy hair, exactly. Keep coming.
Greasy. What's greasy about this?
Greasy, dry, parched, needs moisturizer.
And you're a woman. And you're a woman speaking like that.
Absolutely.
So this is also where, like I've said before, we don't fight transphobia with racism. It's what Jenna is doing.
How is greasy and dry at the same time?
I knew that bitch had problems.
This is
in addition to subjecting us all to that, she also got Mel called out for like 3 years because of those antics.
That hurt. That really hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was just about to say that's why Mel was called out for it. And that's why when Mel was backing Tweener, I went up and told Mel, go spend time in BIPOC spaces and just listen and learn. So,
you know when like you have hair itching the back of your neck? And
yeah, I have hair.
You a little bit. Like, who the fuck? That's what it felt like the entire time.
Unless they're usual people to our circle, just don't let them up. I just don't want people derailing it. So,
is she still on here or no?
Yeah, she's still on TikTok. Jenna's still around. Let's see. All right. So here's more.
Good. I like this.
That have said racist things. Yesterday, I platformed Kelly. I platformed Jenna, and I can't do that. I can't. So I'm sorry. I recognize I hurt a lot of people by doing that.
I'm gonna skip that one. I know the clip I'm gonna skip the rest of it. I know the clip that I played is Jenna on Mel's panel, but Jenna was big in the circle as well. So Jenna was on Adora's panel all the time as well, and they blatantly allowed racism multiple times in their circle.
Yeah, real quick. She came she called me and Olivia a man. She came for my job.
2.5 minutes, by the way.
Line. And so I'm petty. I go toe for toe and I go right back. So that's what's up, you know?
Okay. Yeah. No, I feel you. I just don't.
So if you're going to call me a man and you're going to tell me I have masculine features and you're going to tell my friend Olivia that she has masculine features, sometimes I get a little spicy. I'm going, you know what? Let me come for you in your physical appearance since you want to come for my physical appearance. Petty.
Yeah. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right.
Went down.
You watched that. I've been there.
Hold on, I'm not done. You asked for a response, right?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
So if you're looking at a
telling you I've been there
I'm not
and
done
I
talking.
understand.
Yeah, I'm not done talking, actually. So if you want to base it off of a conveniently cropped clip, that's your problem, and I don't care. And plus,
I asked respectfully.
Don't care.
And you coming for me.
I'm not coming for you. I'm telling you what happened. But you didn't let me finish. You asked me a question, right? And so if you want the answer to a question, you're going to wait for the full answer. Hello? That's how it goes. So that's my full answer. Even though you interrupted some of it, so you probably did not hear all of it, you know?
Oh, I did. I was telling you, I've been there before, so I totally understand. I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that's what happened, right? That's the full gig. And then I'm not going to address this again. It's dusty news. It's some randos on the internet that have an issue with trans.
Especially when you're trying to stand up for the community.
Well, I'm here doing my thing, right? And Adora's here doing her thing, and that's it. That's what's up.
Yeah, I guess that's what's up. That's a shame.
Shanzi, I'm not perfect. I don't expect any of my friends to be perfect. I think expecting perfection is simply unreasonable across the board.
Yeah, and I never said. And here's the thing too.
Yeah.
I don't do education lives like Adora do. I'm here to be myself authentically. I'm here. Maybe I will provide a dash of it, but I'm here just to put my own input in. You know, and so that's what's up. And she has me come in here sometimes, and I say whatever I want to say. And the thing is, when we have unruly guests that are coming for people physically and being terrible, sometimes I like to have fun and be petty too, and go toe for toe. To expect a trans person.
She calls her an unruly guest, and then Chauncey is a black woman, by the way. Anybody know?
Can I ask a question?
You get one, Angelica.
I get one per thing. Okay, wait. How does a trans woman, of all things that we have to go through, and I know that she's like, you know, an entitled YT woman, how do you end up being the antithesis, like the poster child for middle class? I get sloshed every night. I don't work. I have a husband. I just roll around on the internet. Like, how do you even turn into that? Like, I honestly don't get that as a trans woman, how that happens.
Because you want to do that, right? You want to find out how to get that kind of bag?
No, I don't. That's the thing. That it's a very, I don't understand that life. I know people who had that life when I grew up, but I don't get how, I don't know. She's just weird. I always thought she was weird. I don't know.
Trad wife.
What?
Trad wife.
Yeah, a trad wife. Yeah. I don't know.
A trad wife not good.
I know, that's what I'm
slosh on the
saying.
internet is very traditional.
What'd you say?
Or maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Think about
how else would you deal with those guys then? You have to be, you know, two sheets to the wind in some degree.
Right, because I've seen her house. Like, if you've all seen her thing, like, she has a nice little home. She's always got, you know, some juice on deck.
Right.
I'm like, damn. Why as a trans woman have you turned into that? Like, being trans is not an easy life. Like, why would you want something so middling and sad?
Mediocre.
Like, yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, sorry, Echo.
You're good. One thing I was going to say about that clip, nobody is expecting perfection, but you got to unpack some shit. You got to learn to be a better person and recognize your microaggressions, and if they're pointed out, take the accountability and just do better. Plain and simple. You don't have to be perfect. Alright, next clip is 1.5 minutes.
Defending and you letting up a racist, I should say, and you let them stay on the live and you platform them. And when she was
That's not the topic. We're here to talk about this.
Yeah. That's why.
Also, you're simply wrong. That's not why I kicked them.
Okay, can you explain the reason why you let a racist on your platform?
Muscle, I have loads and loads of problematic people in my space. Loads.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I associate like
Muscle.
transphobic people and racist people in the same category, and you're against transphobic people. They still hate a person just because of who they are, so I wouldn't really say they're different. And you don't like transphobic.
Here's what I'm going to say. Muscle. The person in question, I'm not going to name them. The person in question did some terrible things, some very bad things. That person has shown me that they have the ability to learn and do better, and I'm going to give them space to do that. And that is all I'm going to say on that. If you want to continue the conversation, we can do it on topic.
Okay, no, that was the only thing I wanted to address, but you're still a piece of shit, and I think you should.
I'm with him. Definitely a piece of shit, because I personally don't agree with
YT people forgiving YT people for the racist shit that they say. I like the people that are experiencing that are African American. They should be the judge of that. Not. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
No, 100% agree, Barbie.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with that completely. Like, it's not our place to say whether or not, somebody is forgiven for their racist acts.
Hey, it's not for nothing, but we don't need you to consign for that or co-sign for that.
All right. I have Abby calling out Olivia. This is 45 seconds.
Anyways, I'm gonna drop because I literally just came here to call out Olivia for her racism, and she dipped. So, yeah, no,
Okay.
she fucking dipped before I wanted the conversation to end, and before that, I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. But Olivia dipped, so I will try to come back at some other point when Olivia's here to call her out because that's fucking shitty, and she won't take accountability.
That's good because we did talk about it. Like if someone brings it up, then she will address it. So I think that's.
I don't think it should be required for someone to bring it up. I think she should just address it. Like I don't think it needs brought up.
Sure.
I think that's a really silly way to go about it.
I don't disagree.
Abby.
See, Abby.
That's the simple corrections among friends circles that I talk about. Like if you disagree with something, you should be comfortable enough to say, no, we should do it this way. That's fine. All right. 28 seconds on this one.
Oh, see, here's Pamela. I love that. Pamela was calling me racist earlier, and now she's calling me a big tough guy. It's almost like everyone that's virtue signaling, calling me a racist, is also just really transphobic. Thanks for proving that, Pamela.
Typically, the people who want to hold me accountable for things are also very transphobic. It's very interesting.
Oh no, Mel. That wasn't it.
All right. Also, when it comes to racist and education spaces, she had a intersectionality channel on her Discord server. All right. This was led up by YT mods, and BIPOC people in her spaces were often told to not address racism or speak on it, that the mods will handle it. So there was that.
And her mods were white?
Vast majority of them, yes, because
All except for Sarah.
Yep. Which left early on, like all the ones towards the end were all white. Yep. All right. There is the AB accountability lives. How long are these? 11 minutes. Okay.
Debating and calling that. Thank you.
Oh shit, you forgot to turn that off. What? Is it turn on? You can't do it now, it's starting.
So not the same Sarah, but this was AB held alive to take accountability. Toxic Best Friend Squad mods. And Adora was up there, Mama Moon, Kapow, AB, Zin was up there.
You have to.
So is this where we
sure.
call out the horrible mods that Adora has?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing awesome. You have a hard job. You're protecting her. I have seen nothing deleted that doesn't need to be.
Sarah said
Thank you.
the mods are doing an
Keep doing
awesome
you,
job
and Adora,
protecting
you're
her.
freaking awesome. You know that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
And the fact that you got on today and flat out said,
I don't know how
I'm
loud that is for everyone.
sticking with my mods.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing you.
100%.
They're protecting you, so
Yeah,
piss
they're-
on anybody that doesn't agree. That's all.
What's going on? But you also talk about having a harmful altar.
Oh, so this was... They didn't think Jasmine or I would request up. Because Jasmine was upset about AB saying that she can't host lives because she's a system.
What's going on, but you also talk about having a harmful altar.
Right. My harmful altar doesn't front often, unless I'm under a lot of
Systems
stress.
often
And
have protectors.
we can control that. So
That
it's-
wasn't the impression that I was getting. What I was getting from what you told me was that you don't control who fronts.
right. Shadow is the gatekeeper. Shadow
But
is
Shadow,
who lets front.
Shadow told me, we've also discussed privately that doing debate lives and doing the Trevor Project are not good for your mental health, and you agreed.
And that is why I have a panel. And recently, I've been okay. That's
Yeah,
why
they
I
were
have therapy and
gaslighting
everything
Jasmine.
else. It's incredibly harmful to tell somebody that it's a system that they can't do something because we are a system. A lot of systems have persecution.
So they're trying to gaslight Jasmine, and back in the day when I would panel with Jasmine and we were friends on...
Did they say that they were a system?
Yeah, they're a system, DID. Yep.
Okay.
I would panel with Jasmine. There were other people that would panel with her. And I could tell when Jasmine switched. And that's why, like, it would often be like I would take over the conversation and Jasmine would be focusing on something else. There has always been measures in place to make sure Jasmine is comfortable and can have her lives.
Persecutors. I'm not alone there. A lot of us have persecutors that are quote unquote harmful altars.
During this whole
they only
thing,
harm the
Jasmine's
host.
persecutor was fronting.
They don't go after other people.
I also never told you that you can't do those things.
You literally said, I can read a quote verbatim what you told me.
Jasmine, or whoever is fronting right now. Point blank, period, you have had harmful behaviors and you have hurt people.
So have you.
Okay.
So you don't think telling somebody that they shouldn't do lives, shouldn't do Trevor, and etc., isn't harmful and hurtful to somebody?
We talked and you agreed that you should not do those things for your mental health.
Can I ask a question really fast?
Yes.
If someone is a little bit asking for clarity on that.
So I'm going to skip through it
therapy,
a little bit
etc.
longer.
Was it brought up other than this one time, Jasmine, after this conversation
No.
that you had with AB? Was it brought up again?
No, because I didn't really talk to them after that.
Oh, not. Of course they are.
Sometimes you can bring these things to people's attention and we...
So Adora just dropped. Adora sat there, said absolutely nothing to Jasmine about the situation, and then just ran. To be clear, since Adora started Debate Talk, Jasmine was her #1 subscriber for 12 months straight. Her very first subscriber and her very last. Well, not her very last, like towards the last. But when we started doing the call outs, Jasmine stopped. It was literally going on 12 months of subscriptions. And Jasmine and her were close because of that. Jasmine was one of the original supporters. And Adora had nothing to fucking say as her mods talked shit and dragged her friends. These full videos are available on the YouTube page, so please feel free to go take a look at them. There is some more stuff on the racism that I don't have, that I didn't get from the snark, and some of the people didn't share. There were other mods in there that talked about it, and I'm not going to dive into their information. Some of them don't like me, so I'm not bringing up their name. Alright, so we're gonna do a huge trigger warning for the next couple screenshots. I'm gonna show what Andy sent me. So it's kind of like a intro into what is in that Discord server that is advertised on the Snark. Huge trigger warning. I cannot fucking express that enough. If you have a weak stomach, if mutilation, femicide, cannibalism, anything like that really fucking grosses you out or you can't do, please scroll out. Okay? Last trigger warning. This was on a group that she shared. What do you think about underage meals? I will never do underage, even if the model is clearly 18, the story will always be 18 plus as well. What she said, Anon, who asked me the same thing. So they're talking about underage meals, and someone writing stories wants to keep it 18 plus. Meals,
Like a Happy Meal from McDonald's?
Meals mean just that.
Pizza, bitch.
You ruined pizza for the whole room.
Are they talking about eating
Yes.
underage?
Yes. I did give a trigger warning.
Ew. I was thinking like a Happy Meal from McDonald's.
No, from the beginning, I thought she meant eating underage
meals.
I thought they meant cheese pizza. That's what I thought they meant.
This isn't story. So
no,
there are
y'all missed that real quick.
There are story sites out there on the deep web where people write cannibalistic, extreme gore story content, and that's where Adora goes.
Yeah,
the deep, like the dark, dirty stuff. That's where Adora goes. So she asked the question about underage meals. Yeah.
What is wrong with me that I knew exactly what it meant?
I like my meals of age.
I would not joke about that stuff.
No, I did. I wasn't trying to joke like that.
This is a screenshot from her Tumblr. Are women humans? Photo of two women chained to the wall by their necks, completely unclothed, with barcodes over their genitalia. The main difference between humans and animals is the culture and civilization. Since it's nearly exclusively men who create culture and civilization, ask yourself, are women really human? I'm not reading the rest. This is what Adora is denying, saying these things don't exist, they aren't her. These are her.
And she thinks that it's alright to call other people misogynistic.
Yep.
Can you scroll down a little bit?
Bug.
Shouldn't women therefore be deprived of all human rights and instead be governed by legislation concerning domestic animals? Isn't that what they are essentially?
I'm so confused. Is she agreeing with this?
Yeah, this is on her Tumblr that she shared it as she agrees with it. You know how people share on X like they agree with something? kind of the same dealio with Tumblr.
Baby,
My ex is all League of Legends stuff.
baby, and she went all the way and got a whole pussy, bitch. That's crazy to me.
Yep. All right, another big one. Topic: Daddy disappointing daughter short story. I might get perma banned for this stuff, but it'll be worth it. Daughter crying in
If you
pain.
get banned, I can go live.
Not with
Is she the daddy?
These are again, like, these are stories that people write, and she's indulging in them. This is
Okay.
a story that she has written.
She wrote this.
Yes.
What website is this on?
No.
No.
That's what I figured. Yeah, that's exactly what I figured.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I just spit out my fucking drink.
That's exactly what I figured. As soon as you said no, I'm like, I know this is on this web. The way it looks like it's illegal. Like,
Yes. Yes.
Girl, she's writing a whole script, bitch.
Yep. This is the.
but the fact that she's even hanging out on websites like that is insane.
I
Like-
cannot read this without spitting out
So,
my fucking drink.
to be
I'm sorry.
clear, these are websites that are trafficked kitty stuff, kitty stories, and kitty pictures and videos and things like that. There is
That's
stuff
what I figured.
out there.
Yeah.
This is why I told Andy, send me a couple things of what you have, because I don't want to go looking for it, because then that puts me on those sites and I'm not about that life.
Right.
These were not something Annie went and found. They were sent to her and able to verify, like, it's her. So one thing that
Yeah, that's the reason
Andy-
why I asked.
Yep.
Because it was like, if she's frequenting these websites, like, ugh.
So this is a screenshot, one that Andy showed on her live. Okay. Obviously it's blurred out.
You
for a
have this
reason.
FBI information and they not in jail. they not locked away somewhere.
This
They
says-
need to be.
So this is an older dating site that also has, like, very little age control and
Echo, there's
has
a
had
username right there. There's a username right there.
Yeah, you won't find it.
It's his personal. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's blurred out. Trust me, you won't be able to get to it. It's harder to. Now
This
I
bitch
will
up-
tell you, I found it. The information that is on there from that user matches the city, state, and zip code when Adora lived there for that age. It is her. I have all her address, phone number, all her history, and everything. I have her dead name and everything. I have her legal name and everything. The addresses do match up to the location listed on that.
Okay, now is when it's sorry.
Go ahead.
Now is when the time I feel like we are
That was John Wick, bitch.
in everybody's heads collectively when we're thinking, why did this person quote unquote, very quote unquote, transition or like get their like that? I feel like that's something like we're all right now, maybe only
Yeah.
just me scratching their head and being like, what? Like all of these things, you're like, what?
So it goes back to Adora growing up and everything, and she is very much a incel, okay? That was her thing she talked about back in the day, where she is very much an incel. She's never been with a woman, anything like that, and she is a transmaxer, okay? She does everything to purely sexualize herself and be a woman, and we've seen from the clips earlier, she grabs her chest. I'm a woman because I have a chest. there's no penis. She literally grabbed her swim bottoms and was trying to show that.
So an AGP?
Very much mixed in AGP,
eyebrows
transmaxer.
Have you ever seen transmaxing, sister? Like not you, sister Echo, but like if you go online, there's a documentary about it that Vice did. It's like a different thing. It's like
There's even a whole like written out thing that's over like 130 or so pages. It's poorly written. I've read the whole thing and I'm like, good fuck.
Echo, bitch, you didn't tell me you worked for the FBI.
Isn't it like the 4chan sphere of it?
I
Like
can
the,
find any.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's essentially the idea as like a man, like they got nothing and they believe that women get everything and they're mad at women. So they're striking on like some of the physical characteristics of a woman, of these perceived privileges that women get.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then what is the difference between a
Wasn't it also-
transmaxer and an AGP?
wasn't there also like there
Well,
was
doesn't but I don't know if she gets. Well, AGPs.
I would almost say
they
she kind
get-
of falls into AGP as well. But I hate using
Right.
that term because people on TikTok like to run with it. We know she is an incel and we know she is a transmaxer.
Well, no, the people that use AGP against trans women is because they're uneducated and they don't understand what an AGP is.
Well, I just want to point
That
something
bitch
out.
is running a pizza gate. I don't
Well, I
think-
just want to hold on. I just want to point something
wait,
out.
Can Bug
Hold
be
on,
able to say
Katie.
something? Because people keep over speaking them.
Wait, hold on, Katie. I just want to
No,
say
you
one.
hold on. You hold
I'm
on.
making a distinction
Angelica?
between AGP
Angelica.
and transmaxing real quick.
Right.
The difference
Oh my
between
fucking God.
AGP is AGP has an element of sexuality to it and attraction, while transmaxing is more of a, like, it's a looks thing based on societally. They have this weird idea that women have more power and that they have zero power as men, so they're trying to gain that power that they think women have because they look like women. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
So I will touch about what I know as well, but Bug, please, the floor is yours.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I remember there was a controversy where it was like they were kind of like forced. I know it's a joke in our community, but it was like they were like force feminizing certain people in that community, like basically like beating them down until they would start transition.
Yeah, I
and
was.
it was crazy.
I was in that Discord out of curiosity when I read that whole thing. This is before I came into TikTok. When I was over in a certain other space, it was mentioned by a few people, and so several of us were like, "Well, hey, let's see what the hell is going on here." And so in that doc that I mentioned, there's the Discord server, and they do that stuff. Now, mind you, it's highly fucking racist, like highly racist. I left after like 3 days. I was like, I cannot deal with this fucking shit. It was pretty fucking bad. I don't know if it's still open. I imagine it probably is, but it's been like 2.5 years since I've been there.
Well, it's because what I've noticed is a lot of it comes from, like I said, like the 4chan side of like the internet, like where most of the incels come from. So they still have like that shitty mindset from 4chan, but they just don't want to accept themselves, so they just do this instead. I don't know, whatever this is.
And this
I forgot that Bug is a 4chan kid.
All right, not too much.
Motherfucker, I grew up
This
from
is
4chan too.
also
Fuck you.
why, like I say, she sexualizes
Yeah,
herself.
look, he's same.
Because she posted this to her Discord server. Y'all, I'm gonna be fucking vain as hell here, but I am fucking hot. Alright.
That's weird.
And then these are the clips. I'll play them again earlier. It's a total of like two and a half, 3 minutes between the three with her sexualizing herself. And this will kind of circle back to about the AGP transmaxing shit, incel type shit. So why she transitioned was because she couldn't get women. She wanted to be a woman.
So,
Am I a woman?
I mean, if I saw you in public, like, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't assume you was. I would assume, like...
Not her
I
showing
don't-
her titty. Sorry.
I'd assume, like, you might be doing drag.
I have fucking huge boobs. You would assume I'm a woman?
Or you assume I'm a man?
Not by your voice. I wouldn't assume by your voice. If you like spoke to me, I would be like, nah. I'd assume that you was a man. If that's what.
Alright, trigger warning on the next one, Krusty's in it.
I don't want to see a masculine man, I promise you that.
You might not be a masculine man. You may be a feminine male, a feminine man, but I don't think
I got big boobs. I got big boobies.
So do I, but mine are
No
big.
no one who doesn't know me is gonna look at me and see a man. They're gonna see big boobs.
Sure.
Alright, trigger warning.
Wait, before you go on.
Yeah.
That clip makes a little bit more sense now from the everything we also went over of her being an incel. That makes a little bit more sense too to me because all she sees women as are tits. So
Right.
Right. Yeah. So.
And she pulled up. You saw when she was fighting with that lady.
What the fuck?
She pulled up. She pulled down her camera to show her tits because they weren't really showing in the first part.
Oh.
And then you knew she went right for the boobs. I'm like,
why is she mansplaining? Why is she mansplaining boobs?
Angelica,
Right.
I'm gonna want you to very much watch this next one very closely. Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna dissect. Let's go. Let's go.
Two creeps in a pool.
Feminine? I think if you're trying to achieve womanhood, yeah, femininity is part of womanhood, yeah.
So if you're not feminine, then you're not a woman.
I never
So that
said
applies
that.
to cisgender women as well?
I never said that. But
Well, yeah, so you said Adora's not a woman because she doesn't look like a woman. As in not
well, she's
being
not a
feminine
woman.
enough.
She has a penis.
Do I?
Yeah,
she?
so I think it's really weird that you think about that penises like that, but like, again.
Oh, is it weird, bro, that I think of penises?
Where?
Bro, do you even hear how you're talking? Shut up, bro. You sound so stupid.
So I sound stupid, yet you made an assumption that
Yeah, bro,
like
you're
you don't
chilling
even
with
know
you're
anything
chilling
about.
with your girlfriend that has a penis in a pool.
Adora's not my girlfriend.
Everyone thinks it. This is gonna be the new thing.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend.
Adora, I'm
Yeah.
starting to be really glad I didn't put Rainbow Fist after my name because that would have.
So that's two creeps in a pool for you.
They did that on live. I could never.
Yep.
I would have been bananas so fast.
I needed more time to dissect that because there was a lot
I
going
do not
on.
want to watch that again.
No, I'm not saying I'm gonna watch it again, but there was a lot going on.
When you say
like,
I couldn't stop looking at the hairline.
I've been peeping that.
It's so bad.
I've been peeping
I
that
know,
entire time. I don't want to.
I don't want to get into like reading her for looks or anything like that. I just want to keep it focused on like actual.
Yeah, I wasn't reading looks, but I was looking at body language. I was looking at like even the part where it's like, oh, people assume that all the time. Like, I don't know. And pulling back and doing the thing with the
No woman.
saddling up the can. I don't know. That was weird.
No
to me.
woman is gonna touch their boobs or their any body part like that on live and on an app like this. That is disgusting.
You know, I have a story that's kind of like this because when she backs up and she shows like her panties and stuff like that. That's not something that a woman would do. I have a story about there's this girl who was in a club here in New York City,
Angelica,
and the guy asked if she was trans.
Angelica, I don't want to.
She was post-op. Oh, sorry.
I don't want to get into stories of other people. I try to keep it focused on the topic.
Oh, okay. End of the story.
Angelica.
It was similar. It was similar to that. Similar to that.
I get it. I
And
just
she got
don't-
punched
I
in the
don't wanna divulge down that route. So.
Okay. Sorry.
There were some recent attempts where she has tried to. She made some pop-up appearances on her own live, just testing the water. So
This thing is back. Gone, not really.
this was
We love you lots. I love you lots. Yellow, I feel like you probably don't have all the facts. Thank you for the cheer up.
Ellen with the red and green hair, that PFP, she loves her lots. Kindness Matters, glad to see you back.
I do have multiple accounts. I'm only active on this account.
Bonk, good to see you live again. Coconut Park.
Miss you too, Coconut.
Dora. There's just a lot.
Again, Zelda, I don't plan on speaking on private relationships.
So this one's a little bit longer. I'm not going to go down that whole one. Here's another one.
Shh, quiet live. Quiet. Hi. It has been so long. Hello, off in just a second here. Thank you, Cammy. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Death and Ladybugs. Is anyone else's screen black? Yeah, it's pretty dark in here.
Yeah, so that was her trying to come back on October 9th. The other one...
That was like a SCP sighting.
Oh, yeah. The other one was October 20th. And then she pops up in panels. So that's kind of the gist of Adora. The racism in her circle, herself, the ableism, the dilating on live. I was in the zone and that popped up. Hold on. Okay. Sexualizing herself, and we understand that she's an incel transmaxer, and her fixation was, I'm a woman, I have big boobs, I don't have a penis. That very much aligns with the incel transmaxer that she did. There is some debate whether she's actually trans or it's just a result of the incel part. I don't dive into that.
You said you're not going to dive into that?
No. I don't go after.
Okay, tell me if this question then isn't fair.
Go ahead.
On either side, what is the sustainability? This is a wider question for anybody. What is the sustainability if you're not a trans woman or trans man, and then to alter your body, like you're getting bottom surgery?
Right.
What is the sustainability if you aren't a trans woman, then to alter your body like that? Like how do you live? How?
There's non-binary people that do get surgeries.
Well, no,
Let's
that's
not dismiss
it.
them.
We're talking about her intent of why she's doing these things. We're not talking about.
Wait, so is she not a trans woman?
That's what people are questioning and talking about, like the validity of her being trans, if it's a result of her being incel and transmaxing, or if she actually has like gender dysphoria, and if she's trans.
Yeah, I mean, she could just be a femcel too, because that is a thing. Even though people love telling me it's not, it totally is a thing.
It is.
This would be a question.
Yeah, I
between
never understood
a
the
therapist and her.
transmaxing thing either, because the idea that somebody is going to go as far as bottom surgery just to gain
nothing.
You know.
Honestly,
Can I be ignorant?
If you read the whole thing, you'll see it really is just a giant shit post.
Can I be ignorant?
It's like,
what is
it's like-
transmaxing?
I'll do it. It's basically where somebody is like such an incel, they don't usually get any girls, things like that. So they go this way where they think that because they're angry at women, so they think that women have, for some reason, these privileges that they as a man don't have in this world. So they start to gather these attributes, whether it be clothes, whether it be surgeries, whether it be way of acting, in order to get these things that they think that obtain the greater quote unquote privileges that women have in the world.
They transition because they think that women have it, because they think that they will have it easier. As women than they do as men. But I don't understand like someone who like just to get like what they see as privileges or benefits, like chopping off their not
That's
chopping
what
it
I'm
off,
saying,
but
Auntie.
yeah.
What is the
That
sustainability
seems a
for the
little
rest of her
extreme.
life?
In a document about this, they go into like how you can trick guys and all this other stuff. But like I said, it's obviously like if you read it past like the first several paragraphs, you can tell it's a giant shit post. But apparently, some people have taken it way too seriously to actually start doing this stuff.
Oh yeah, they talk about
So,
getting stuff from men. and stuff
I don't
like
know.
that.
When I
okay.
started
Just keep talking over me.
sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Katie, I'm sorry.
No, sorry, go
No,
ahead.
you're not sorry. Don't
Yes,
tell me
I
sorry.
am,
No, you're not.
Katie.
No, you're not. Stop.
I'm excited about the
Mr. Diane.
conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
nice.
Bitch. Okay, anyway, go ahead, Kari.
The fuck you calling a bitch?
Kobe, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So it's mainly me kind of being spicy at Angelica right now. It's okay.
Go ahead, Kari.
Go on ahead.
I just think it's kind of weird, only because when I transition, and correct me if I'm being ignorant here, but for me, at least, it was a trade-off. Like, I knew that transitioning was gonna make my life harder, if anything, and I knew that it was gonna be living in my truth, and I was just gonna be living in my most authentic self. But I knew that it was gonna be harder. I would never look at a transition and be like, oh my God, this is gonna make my life easier. Like, I'm just gonna be able to have all this privilege as a woman. And it's just like, oh no, I already knew the second I transitioned that I was gonna be deemed the hated, like the most hated person in America. Because let's call it being a bean. Like, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask questions from the medical perspective, but being transsexual, that's what Dora calls herself, apparently transsexual. There's a lot of steps to get into do bottom surgery and top surgery like she did. It's not just a straight up privilege to be like, oh, here's bottom surgery. So I would say, from like a medical perspective, she had to go through a lot of therapy and stuff to show that she needs this stuff. So in some sense, there are some gender dysphoria for her to get these surgeries. Because you can't just get the surgeries, you need to get approval from the endocrinologist to get these surgeries. And even then, the endocrinologist needs approval from a therapist or a psychiatrist.
Wait, is that Ivy?
No, it's E-Girl.
Oh, I thought her name was Ivy for whatever reason.
Nurse, E-Girl.
Wait, you were showing screenshots of them talking about hexing people. What type of witchcraft do they practice, or do they not say?
The fuck?
So can we focus on the medical perspective though? Like, don't disregard. Like, so I mean, I don't want to disregard her transness because of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
what do
you
we gain
just lost
from it?
steps
Like,
to
she's an awful person. She did awful shit. She's a weirdo. Like, why do we have to demonstrate that she's not trans? Like, we don't gain anything from that.
No.
And you know what E-Girl is saying is like who goes through all of that to amass some benefits, and who thinks that being trans is easier than being a man? Like, that's crazy.
That's why I said, like,
you're going, like, at best you're going from the top of the ladder or near the top to the fucking bottom.
Right.
But that's
Like,
why
it is not easier. If anybody is out there considering trans maxing, I want you to know that it is not. Take it from me. I have done it. I've been perceived as a man, and I've been a trans woman. It is not easier, baby. Like, my life would be so much easier if I had just like lived in the gender that I was quote unquote supposed to. It's like, who would do that? She's just a weirdo. Like, she's a trans woman with a lot of problems, and she needs therapy. She needs help, and like, that help is not on TikTok.
Yeah, that's why I keep wondering why people, like, I know trans maxing is a thing, but like, why does it even matter if she's a trans max or AGP or whatever? She has some shit going on. There's other more important things to worry about when it comes to her than that part.
Well, yeah, I think the key is that if she was doing all of those things and the other problematic shit wouldn't happen, we wouldn't even be here having these conversations today. She go on with her trans life. But at the end of the day, the truth is that she's y'all even after Echo gave the warning, y'all still thought that underage meals was pizza. Like that's the things we're talking about. That's when you're looking at a person, no matter if they're trans, cis, whatever, and you're
You
like,
don't know what Pizzagate
huh?
is?
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Underage males being pizza?
Y'all don't know what Pizzagate is?
No. I know what that is, but I wasn't.
I know.
I wasn't
No,
here.
I was
during
just
that.
giving an example
Well,
as some
motherfucker, stop
people.
talking over me. Fuck. I was on the panel, but I wasn't here presently, so I didn't hear that whole part that you just mentioned.
Oh,
That's what I was asking.
people just didn't understand some of the context of something that Echo posted, and so they were like, huh? And I said, well, it means like
Trigger warning.
there we go.
Oh, okay.
I meant like
Not to,
people eating.
I was just thinking about this, but for bottom surgery, you need to do laser hair removal. That
Yeah,
takes about 2 years.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
didn't have to.
You gotta do laser hair removal, and then you also gotta talk to a psychiatrist, therapist, or some type of psychiatrist. And this is twist up even for like FFS. They have you talk to a therapist. They have you obviously talk to an endocrinologist, all this other stuff before you can even get that. So I imagine it's more so
So then, is it
for
really
bottom surgery.
transmaxing if she went through all this process for these surgeries? Or is it that maybe she suffers from a different identity disorder
I think
that's
that
causing her?
I mean, she could still have gender dysphoria, or at least like present it to where she could get through that process to transition. You know, if they recognize issues in transitioning would alleviate those symptoms, then they're going to allow her to do it.
I'm sorry, has anyone gotten laser hair removal before? That
I
shit
have.
hurts.
No, it doesn't. That shit's easy.
Shit.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to touch that, Katie.
Mine took like a year.
I've had it. I've had a electrolysis. It wasn't that bad. It turns out the woman that was doing mine said that what a lot of the places that do, and what makes it hurt is actually they don't cater it to the person's to the individual person. They just do one blanket one, and that's why so many people say it hurts. There have been times I've had like 2 hour long electrolysis sessions, and I fall asleep doing them. Like I fall this.
Well, electrolysis is not the same kind of feeling as laser.
Right.
Yeah,
With
when I did
electrolysis,
my,
though,
when
with
I did my,
electrolysis,
go ahead, sorry.
with the
Laser
electrolysis,
hurts.
that's the one that people also say hurts. And I was like, oh, I took some pain analyzers and shit. And she's like, oh no, you'll be fine. And sure enough, just like it was
You must
nothing.
have had it at a low setting, bitch, because you have to have it at a certain setting to actually be effective.
I
It wasn't. I don't think it was at a low setting. She did it individual.
I think Echo doesn't want to talk about hair
wanna
removal anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far down in another rabbit hole. Jess,
Let's have a live about that tomorrow.
We all have ADHD. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
Wait, what are we
I think
talking
lives
about?
those
We were talking about
conversations would
Dora.
be good. Yeah.
I'm just saying that she took a lot of steps and long steps and medical steps to get to the position where she is now. And it shows how privileged she is. But definitely, like, I don't know, I wouldn't question her transness only because of all the things she had to go through
Adora is coming
for to complete those factors.
What did
I don't
she do exactly? This is the first time I'm ever hearing about this
Oh,
person.
girl, there's
This
not
is like
time.
2.5
Oh,
hours.
God.
You got to go check the YouTube.
Right,
Okay.
girl.
Yeah, girl.
You're doing too much.
She did a lot. She did a lot. A lot. It's like over a year's.
Like Lily Tino a lot.
Basically, they need to be friends.
Lily Tino is
Like Lily Tino.
sunshines and rainbows compared to Adora.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, like Lily Tino with some essay.
Oh, well, Lily Tino has
And some-
essay
and
charges
some-
too.
Little Lily Tino with some essay and some kitty corn.
Right.
Oh, that's not.
And schmanibalism.
Schmanibalism. Oh.
Yeah, this was.
Yeah, I don't think her. I also. Go ahead.
No, I'm just recapping. Like, this is her sharing a post on Tumblr, Are Women Humans?
What the hell?
And then it goes
by the way, was that her? I wanted to ask you, was that her posting about the witchcraft thing?
That was her mods. So
that was one of her mods. Yeah.
There was a lot that happened in her Discord server between her mods, and everybody.
I wanted to say, I don't think her being a trans maxer necessarily takes away from her being trans. I think she can be both.
Exactly. Same
and
vibe.
a trans masker.
Yeah,
trans
that's something too.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
No, I think that like she can be both. That was gonna be my point, yeah. So I don't think like her being a trans maxer, I can't even say it, takes away from her being trans, but it still shows that like she has some nefarious intent. Devious intent. Dubious at that.
Can somebody send me 18 coins so I can have more than Angelica?
Why are you thinking about
What
that?
are you doing? Send Auntie Water more than 18 coins. Come on.
Wait! What?
I'm playing. I'm joking.
All right. So those that are turning in, this is a story. Adora
Oh my God!
wrote. Daddy disappointing daughter short story. Degradation.
Oh wow! Thank you, Pax and Wayne.
This is another bad one.
You know what? This is why, you know what? Y'all don't support me.
Please.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm reading.
Yeah, that line above my head, right by my finger up there, like, that's a bad one.
I'm trying to squint.
We can't read it. It's like very.
All I see is you're loose as
a
you're blank.
Yeah, it's a screenshot, so I can't really zoom in and like have it adjust. So
You blink as loose as you're blank. You're of no use to me anymore. What?
this is Daddy,
Oh.
disappointing daughter short story to give you context.
Terrified, devastating. I'm sorry, Daddy. Maybe. Oh, I don't even want to read this out loud. Let me
I don't know.
keep this
Maybe
to
he's saying
myself.
you're loose as your mama.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! I just got it.
Is that what it says?
It clicked.
Why do I know all this shit?
Is this a fetish thingy?
Yes, girl.
Yes, this is written by Adora.
Adora wrote this.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
This is written by
Wait, Adora wrote this?
Yes.
Oh my God, who wrote this?
Oh my god.
You see, I would never call my dad Daddy. That is just so weird.
I used to call my daddy Daddy.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, I call my dad
sometimes,
Daddy.
But I just don't do it in front of
I would
people.
never call a man Daddy. Like that's what's weird.
Let me shut up.
Your daddy
see,
is your daddy.
I call my dad Daddy, and I call my man Daddy.
Yeah, me too, sister.
Thank you,
Ew.
Katie. Well, they mean two different things to me in my mind.
So this post
Yes,
was from
get
2015.
her!
Was it
Get her, Katie!
So, all right. So I want to wind it down. This was Dora.
Don't ever someone do nice things for you, Angelica.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this was a lot of what Adora was going through.
This hoe.
I do have another bop to listen to that I think y'all
Can go kick rocks.
If y'all liked my intro song, here's another one from the old Snark. So I'll play it. It's like 3 minutes long, but it's really good, and it sums up a lot like Adora.
Adora on the island shore. Oh, oh, melancholy dilation nation ready to go. TikTok live violation, she's a show. Oh, oh, time to let the orange card go. Hot topic vibes, feel the beat. Hey, hey, cat cam light can't be beat. Hey, hey, Adora's here on repeat. Hey, hey, dance until we can't see below the waist. Dilation, nation, TikTok sensation. Adora's in the spotlight, no hesitation. Oh, 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 for separation. Voted off, no patience. TikTok violation. Hey, hey. Bidding goodbye, I'll just, Dilation Nation, close the doors. Doors, may we abhor. No, no, no. The rules are rules, no remorse. Cops click, she's to blame. Click, click. Police lights flash, end of the game. Flash, flash. Doors now in fame. Ill and cold, but locked up, no claim. Dilation Nation. TikTok sensation. Adora's in the spotlight, no hesitation. No. Dance until we can't see below the waist. Dilation till we can't see below the waist. Adora's here on repeat. Hey, hey, oh no. Dance until we can't see below the waist. Dilation Nation. TikTok sensation. Adora's in the spotlight, no hesitation. Melancholy, but the island said no more time for separation. Voted off, no patience. TikTok violation. Hey, hey. Doors, may we abhor. No, no, no. The rules are rules, no remorse. Cops click, she's to blame. Click, click. Police lights flash, end of the game. Flash, flash. Doors now in fame. Ill and cold, but locked up, no claim. Dilation Nation. TikTok sensation. Adora's in the spotlight, no hesitation.
Almost done.
Oh no.
I said it was 3 minutes. It's done.
Who made that?
Thanks. I hate it.
I forgot
That ate
the
so bad. I'm literally
Dilation Nation is abominable.
out of breath, voguing in my room.
I forgot who made
No,
it, but it
please
is
don't.
from the old Reddit. I saved it before it got deleted.
That's
Chat.
3.
Just so you know, chat, I see that your Auntie Water made it a competition, but I'm a young girl who needs money to go to her OBGYN because I do have a pussy. I
Not
did get
fair. Y'all are cheating.
I did, and
That is not fair.
I need to get a mammogram.
Wait. She gets paid for her vacation.
I'm the blackest bitch here. Don't do that.
Girl, that's not what we're talking about. And she's
My
my
coochie
aunt. She
fatter.
wants to look over me, and she wants to have all the money over me. And I just think that's not proper.
If I had you
And-
added on my other account and I
I'm
don't
gonna
have you
call-
added
I'm gonna
here,
call-
it's
call
because
it.
the
Thank you
GC's
so
banned my
much.
account. So
No, look at Angel.
I'm gonna call
Look
it.
at Angel.
W Angel, I love you.
How dare y'all cheat us like this?
Look, my pussy stinks, and I need to
Oh
go
my
to
God.
the OBGYN.
Oh my God, just take a
Angelica.
I knew I smelled a seafood boil.
Angelica, this is being live streamed to YouTube, and you just said that. Congratulations.
Echo. That song was 3 minutes.
Why didn't you tell me that
Okay,
part?
That was amazing. I love that song. Can I add that to my
3
playlist?
minutes. I'm never getting back.
I need to
post
go to
it
the
on
I need
Spotify?
to go to the Ob Guide for very personal problems, and I need money for that. But you keep giving her money
Oh my
I
to
just
my
need
auntie.
money.
It's
I'm a
okay.
trans
Tomorrow,
girl.
Money for
I don't need
groceries.
money, but if you don't give me money, I'm just gonna trick straight men. So you could either give me
Right.
money or don't give me money.
tomorrow
So if
we're
you don't want to
Y'all
calling
are
hear me say
actively
things
keeping
like
me
that,
off the street.
thank you,
Y'all are
Angel.
absolutely
Thank
stopping me
you.
from selling my coochie.
for everyone in
We're still
here.
streaming.
For everyone in here. For everyone
We're
in here
still
tomorrow.
streaming.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm
For
glad
Y'all
everyone
are
that
so
in here.
desperate for coins.
I don't like how I'm the one with the least amount up here.